Round about here, near the North Markarth Way Shrine. Talking with Count Verandus Ravenwatch.
Well, good to see you, my friend. I could use an ally in this desolate place. The Grey Host has turned his attention upon the Reach, but the local ruler refuses my help. This so-called despot of Markarth thinks walls and sentries will hold back their fury.
The Despot of Markarth?
Ard-Kadok, self-proclaimed ruler of the Reach. He rarely ventures out of Understone Keep these days. I've come to offer my assistance, but he refuses to listen. Meanwhile, even here in the shadow of the city, Grey Host agents plot and conspire.
The Grey Host?
An alliance of vampires, witches, and werewolves bent on slaughter and conquest. I want to protect the Reach, but to do that, I need to uncover the Grey Host's plans and secure Ard-Kadok's cooperation. Would you be willing to help me in this?
Alright, I'll help you gather information and get an audience with the Despot of Markarth.
With your help, we may save the Reach yet. While I continue to exert diplomatic pressure, I need you to find information the Ard will consider valuable. Something concerning the rebels that plague his rule, perhaps. Start by talking to the Sentry.
How will information help get us an audience with Ard-Kadok?
Reach folk deal in bargains. They respect strength and skill, and they believe in rewarding favors. If we can bring something important to the Ard while demonstrating these qualities, I think he'll agree to hear us out.
You really want to work with someone called the Despot of Markarth?
If we're to stop the Grey Host and help the Reach, we don't have a choice. At the very least, we need his resources and support. In my time here, I have heard about these rebels, but I'm not sure the extent of their rebellion. See what you can learn.
I'll see what I can learn about the rebels and their rebellion.
Remember, remain respectful but wary when dealing with Reach folk. They don't suffer long speeches, not even short ones. Keep your conversation with the Sentry brief and to the point. Once you find something, meet me in Markarth at Understone Keep.
Where does the Grey Host come to reach?
This Grey Host is somehow connected to the army that ravaged the land in the First Era. Like their ancient counterpart, I assume they seek to conquer and destroy. I need to learn more to know for sure. Meanwhile, we must get the Reach to prepare.
But the Reach folk are barbarians, aren't they?
No, of course not. I won't mince words. The Reachmen are a stubborn and unruly people. They resort to violence at the least provocation, but despite the opinion of most civilized Tamriel, they aren't frothing barbarians.
They're not?
The Reach folk possess a distinct culture that you'll see during your time here. They also enjoy the same capacity for virtue and evil as Bretons, Nords, and the other peoples of Tamriel. Animal skins don't make one a barbarian. Actions do.
Tell me more about the Despot of Markarth.
An appellation he earned, as I understand it. Ard-Kadok is said to be ruthless and powerful, a cruel leader who seeks the ruin of Tamriel and the death of any who reject the spirits, or what you and I call the Daedric Princes.
Is any of that true?
That he's a king of broken antlers and carrion crows who eats the hearts of his enemies and hunts children for sport? Perhaps. But the legend always overshadows the reality. Kadok's legend is a mix of Daggerfall insults and Reach superstitions.
Do you know anything about Ard-Kadok that's true?
He's a canny leader, who applies both caution and brutality in equal measure. He calls himself Ard, the king of the fort, but his rule isn't absolute. Most Reach clans respect him, however. His help will be crucial in the battles ahead.
Goodbye. Okay. We gotta go right here.
Didn't you hear? You and that fancy bastard aren't welcome here. Get, or I'll make a scarf out of your guts.
The Grey Host has come to the Reach. Count Verandus wants to help stop them.
We know all about the Blood Drinkers and the Beast Folk. We were dealing with them just fine before Ard-Kadok called us back to Markarth. The Witch Rebels are a bigger threat, along with outsiders who try to get into our business.
Witch rebels?
Some wilder witch has been stirring up the clans to the east of Markarth, making trouble for Ard-Kadok. But we'll have her head on a pike soon enough. Look, if you want to see the Ard, then bring news he doesn't know. Something about the rebels.
Goodbye. Okay, so we gotta go east and south. Let's go south and we'll work our way east.
Stay here as long as you like. I'm done waiting for Ardkadek to muster the clans.
Are you now? And what do you plan to do about it? Join those rebels? You wouldn't have the first clue about how to find them.
That's where you're wrong. Connell says they're gathering in the eastern foothills.
Well, then your head can wind up on a pike with the rest of them, you damn fool.
Okay. That was exciting. Not really. But information nonetheless. Damn river. There's a bunch of rocks in the way. I guess we're going to the far one first.
Damn witch rebels are as bad as the damn vampires. Get away from me, you reeker. You think a reach warrior with only one good leg can't cut you? Well, think again.
I just want to know what happened to you. Was it the Grey Host?
The Grey Host? Does it look like I've been bitten or clawed? It was the damn witch rebels. And they can't tell a reach folk from a monster any better than you can. They thought I was one of those invaders. Spirits, take the lot of them.
The witch rebels are hunting the Grey Host?
Aye, like a pack of wild dogs they were. Kept shouting, Arana, Arana, as they bore down on me. I took an arrow in the leg before they listened to me. Before they decided I wasn't an invader. I think Arana spoke to me. I think she was their leader.
Any idea where the rebels came from?
No, like ghosts these rebels are. I plan to return to Markarth and petition the Ard to let me take a war party out to find them. They must be hiding in the eastern foothills. I don't care if they are fighting the Grey Host. They're mine.
Good luck with that. Okay, so we gotta go down this way. Stupid fucking square. Anyways, around this rock. It's gotta be over on this other side. Dude, what the hell? There's gotta be a way up. 'Cause it says they're up here. Oh shit. Nope. What the fuck, dude? It says they're right in the middle here. And I can't get up anywhere. Maybe this side. There we go.
Move your feet. Get moving.
Alright, back to the west. Okay.
Yeah, my friend. Was your hunt successful? You couldn't have timed your arrival any better. Ard holds court as we speak. We'll never have a better chance to gain an audience with him. Did your investigation uncover anything we can use? What did you learn?
The rebel leader might be Arana. They're gathering in the eastern hills.
Arana? I have heard that name during my time here. Did you happen to learn what these rebels are rebelling against?
Not exactly, but they have spies in the city urging people to flee to the hills.
Flee the city? With a grey host prowling the countryside? Well, that's 3 valuable pieces of information. I want you to represent me before Ard. Explain what you learned and convince him to finally agree to meet with me.
I'll present my findings and try to convince Ard to meet with you.
Speak with the Ard Sentry. You'll need to convince her to gain an audience with Kadok. I think the information you uncovered about the rebels will be enough to interest the Despot of Markarth. But you can never be too certain with Reach folk.
Why don't you come with me to speak to Ard Kadok?
I'm lucky to have made it this far into the city. Kadok and his entourage have little patience for a noble such as myself, especially a noble from a land they consider to be the home of their enemy. Now, this task is better in your hands.
So what will you be doing while I'm trying to see Ard Kadok?
I shall wait around here and continue to discreetly learn what I can about the Reach and its people. I also want to think about Arana and her rebels. Maybe there's a way to add them to our arsenal. Go. I'll be here when you get back.
Goodbye.
You again? You dare to disgrace Understone Keep with your presence, outsider? That takes guts, I'll give you that. What's your business in the Ard's Keep?
I bring information from Count Verandis concerning the witch rebels.
Do you now? And you want to share that information with Ard Kadok? You're certainly full of surprises, outsider. All right, I'll allow you to approach the throne, if your courage holds out. Fair warning, the Ard's in a foul temper today.
I understand.
Not yet you don't, but you will. Ard Kadok's as likely to remove your head from your shoulders as listen to you, so talk fast, outsider. And remember, the Ard has no patience for fools or flatterers. Keep that in mind.
Goodbye.
What fool do I have to behead for letting you in here? You're not of the Reach or the clans. You've either got the sense of a goat or the heart of a saber cat, and I'm eager to find out which. Now, speak plainly. What brings you to the Despot of Markarth?
I bring information about the witch rebels from Count Verandis Ravenwatch.
The fancy elf, who won't take no for an answer, eh? Yeah, he should have made this offer earlier. News concerning the rebels is a beast worth skinning. Tell me something I don't know, and won't have you fed to my hunting dogs.
They have spies in the city urging your people to flee to the eastern foothills.
Spies? In my city? Well, that would explain some things, but that and a vague location aren't enough to get me to sit down and drink with a high elf. What else have you got? And remember, my patience is wearing thin.
I think the leader of the witch rebels is named Arana.
Arana? I know that name. She's a honey-tongued fanatic who refused to bury her sword when I forged a peace with the Grey Host. She's slippery. But I didn't realize she led the rebels. Sniffing out a Reach witch. That commands respect. For now.
Did you say you made peace with the Grey Host?
Aye. They agreed to spare the city while they look for some ancient relic. Dwarven, I suspect. They can have it. Verandis wants to meet. Then talk to my advisor, Lady Boleyn. Track down Arana for her, and I'll listen to every word he has to say.
Alright, I'll speak to Lady Boleyn.
I couldn't help but overhear Ard Cadoc's voice it carries. Now tell me about the leader of the witch rebels. The name you provided? Arana, I believe you said?
Yes, Ard Cadoc asked me to help you find her.
Ah, therein lies the problem. Reach witches are experts at losing themselves in the many caves and copses that decorate the landscape. It's like finding a tooth in a hen's beak. Most witches give deference to the Ard. Arana is a troublemaker.
So Ard Cadoc wants you to find her?
Actually, that task falls to you. A favor for a favor, yes. That's how business works here. Locate the rebels. Find Arana and urge her to stop meddling in Markarth's affairs. Do that, and you shall earn a place for you and your count in the Reach.
I'll find Arana.
That look on your face. I know curiosity when I see it. Very well. I can spare a few more moments before sending you off on your task. What does the outsider in Ard Cadoc's court wish to know?
You look as out of place in this court as I do.
While I may not have been born and raised in the Reach, I have earned my place as friend and counselor to Ard Cadoc. His subjects call me a keep witch. I assure you, this is a term of the utmost respect among the Reach folk.
How did you wind up at Ard Cadoc's side?
A genuine desire for peace brought me here. The Reach finds itself beset from all sides. Orcs, Nords, Bretons, Imperials, they all seek the destruction of the Reach folk. I try to serve as a bridge of sorts.
A bridge?
Yes. A bridge between the Reach and the civilized world. There's simply no reason that the people of Tamriel should go on killing each other. We have an opportunity to build a kinder, better Tamriel. I'm here to help make that future come to pass.
What's the rebellion all about?
What is any rebellion all about? Malcontents chafing against the established order, stirring up trouble. They're a nuisance, nothing more.
If they're just a nuisance, why do you want me to find Arana?
It's a matter of timing. Since the arrival of the Grey Host, the land beyond the city walls has become perilous. The Ard urges everyone to take shelter here in Markarth, while Arana calls them away. Her reckless endeavor will get everyone killed.
Thought Ard Cadoc said he made peace with the Grey Host.
Peace, yes, of a sort. As long as we stay out of their way, the Grey Host has no quarrel with us. Besides, the walls of Markarth are impregnable. The Reach folk are perfectly safe in here. Now go, find Arana. A favor performed is a favor returned.
Tell me about Ard Cadoc.
A history lesson? Very well. Cadoc is the cousin of the late Emperor Leovic. He was appointed ruler of Markarth and has governed this region ever since.
I've heard him called both Ard and the Despot of Markarth.
Ard is an ancient title that translates to King of the Fort. The fort being Markarth and Understone Keep. As for that other epithet, it's a name given to him by enemies and outsiders. He may be cruel at times, but he's no tyrant.
Okay. Why isn't he just called the King of the Reach?
Reach folk have a saying. Anyone can be a king in the Reach. No one can be a king of the Reach. Few Reach folk will accept a true sovereign. It isn't in their nature. Of course, that makes Cadoc's attempts to safeguard this region, complicated.
Goodbye.
But here, before you run off, tell me about your audience with Ard Kaddock.
Ard Kaddock sent me his advisor, Lady Belaine. They asked me to find the rebel leader, Arana.
Impressive. You accomplished more in mere moments than I've been able to do since I arrived in this savage land. We'll find Arana, see if the witch rebels will join our cause. I will continue my own investigations and meet you back here.
Goodbye.
Be nice to get off my feet.
Ah, shoot. Water. What up, streamers? Okay, 500 this way. Right about here. Maybe we can find a way shrine over there.
None of these weak strangers could face a true leech challenge.
There's a lot of rock. Oh, shit. Okay, a lot of rocks in the way. We need to go this way. There we go.
Hold there, outsider. These hills belong to the Reach folk, Rover. Turn around and go back the way you came, or I'll have your nose for a trophy.
I'm looking for the witch rebels. I need to speak to them.
Witch rebels, huh? That's just a label applied by the oppressors, don't you think? Look, we have enough trouble with those Grey Host bastards and Kaddock's soldiers. We don't need a curious outsider blundering around and getting in our way, too.
I'm hunting the Grey Host, too. I need to talk to your leader, Arana.
You're a hunter? Truly. Sounds more like Kaddock and his keep witch getting up to more mischief. You want to befriend the witch rebels? Then prove it. The Grey Host has set up stockpiles nearby. Find out what they're storing, and then we'll talk.
Alright, I'll investigate the Grey Host stockpiles.
The stockpiles were spotted to the east and south. If you can find out what the Grey Host is using them for, then we'll owe you a favor. And true Reach folk never renege on a favor.
What do you expect me to find in these Grey Host stockpiles?
If I knew for certain, there'd be no need to have you go and take a look, would there? Probably supplies for their army. Though what vampires and werewolves need is anyone's guess. Ritual items, things for their harrowcraft. That's what I expect.
Harrowcraft, is that related to the Harrow Storms?
Aye. Harrowcraft is what we call the rituals we've seen the Grey Host perform when they summon those cursed storms.
I spent some time researching Harrow Storms in western Skyrim.
Then you know the Grey Host has recruited Icereach witches to conjure up their storms. They use fetishes and alchemical mixtures in the rituals, so it makes sense they need a place to store those components.
I heard them call you witch rebels. Are you a witch?
Are you daft, outsider? Do I look like a witch to you? A true witch has power, hears the spirits, knows the old words, commands animals, things like that. Some use their power to help. Others use it to kill. Icereach witches are particularly evil.
I fought the Icereach Coven before.
Well, you'll probably have to fight them again. They stalk these hills like old ghosts. They're allied with the Grey Host now, don't you know? Greedy hags, the lot of them. I respect their strength, but their hearts are all twisted inside.
Ard Kaddock made peace with the Grey Host. Why are you still fighting?
There may be a peace of sorts inside Markarth, but out here we're outnumbered and fighting for our lives. Nothing unusual on that. We won't let the Grey Host disarray our land, and we won't let Kara give it away just to avoid a little blood.
Goodbye. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to the far one. We'll start there. Work our way back.
Unnatural witch storms. Nothing but reach stories, mark my words.
I don't think we're the first to camp here.
Oh my gosh, another rock to go around. Okay, next.
Get some rest. The gods will watch over us.
Dude, there's no combat going on. What the fuck? Oh shit, don't go that way. That looks dangerous. No, she's a little bit dangerous.
We've got this.
Oh shit, just fell down. We gotta find our way up.
Move now!
Did we miss this one? Oh my gosh, I thought we had that one. How can we be in combat when all my critters are right here? And there's nothing attacking us. This is fucking bullshit. Really? Dude, what the fuck ever. bugs. Damn it. But we explored this spot already. Okay, why did it look like it's below us? Oh my gosh, how did I miss that?
This one, Tayfan.
Ooh,
Come, Harrier.
trunk.
Give me your measure. Tayfern told me about you, Harrier. You wanted to talk? Well, here I am. What will it be? A battle? I haven't turned anyone into a goat recently, but I'm willing to try if you so much as raise your weapon.
You're the leader of the witch rebels?
Why does everyone insist on calling us that? Tayfern, remind me to come up with a better name when time permits. As for later, well, I guide this gathering of rich folk if that's what you're asking. But what about you? Why are you here?
Lady Blaine sent me to find you, but according to this letter, she's working with the Grey Host.
Of course she is. She's a vampire, after all. We tried to slay her twice without much luck. Quick as a spooked hare, that one, and twice as cautious. We'll have her fangs soon enough, though. You can read? What else does that sheet of paper say?
Apparently, she's meeting with the leader of the Grey Host in Valthum Barrow.
The leader? Now that's a worthy bit of news. Bones and birds guide us well, but there's no replacing a cunning hunter. Go to the Barrow, Harrier. Listen in on their meeting. Find out what Belaine and her master are up to, and I'll hear you out.
Alright, I'll find out what Lady Belaine and the Grey Host are up to.
The spirits will see you safely to Valthum, Harrier. After that, I suggest stealth and a strong blade.
Your rebellion, do you plan to overthrow Markarth?
Overthrow Markarth? What in the mirror's name would I do with all that dead stone? No, my purpose is clear. I need to help our people by shaking Caddoc out of his dream. If that doesn't work, I'll split his skull and let it spill out on its own.
What dream is that?
Caddoc's dream of being king. Oh, he has a true heart. In better times, he's a fine leader. But we face a lean season. We're hungry. But instead of filling the larder, he dreams of a golden crown. His foolish pride has brought this upon our people.
He rules Markarth. Shouldn't he be crowned the Reach's king?
Not yet. Not until all the beasts of the woods howl his name. And every day he heeds Belaine is another day he proves me right. The Grey Host has dark plans for Markarth. Caddoc's stubbornness will get everyone in that city killed.
Are you really a witch?
I am. And a fine one at that. What? Never met a witch before, Harrier?
Not one quite like you.
I'm sure. We're not all like the blood-sucking Belaine, or my misguided sisters from Icereach, though. Some of us aren't over-enthusiastic malcontents with a penchant for violence and destruction. Not all the time, anyway.
Does your power come from Daedra?
Daedra? Oh, the spirits. The old ones. Yes, I've heard them called that. The world is full of whispers, for those with the patience to hear. Most them bloods are just too busy begging pardons from dead gods to pay attention. Pity.
But you do worship the Daedric princes?
Daedra, spirits, crows. It's all the same. Where you see evil gods, We see teachers. Cruel ones, for certain. But that's the world, right? A stone will kill you if it strikes your head. But lifting the same stone makes us strong.
Tell me about you and your rebels.
What's to tell? I'm a proud woman of the Reach. A daughter of wind, sweat, and the rich soil. As for my brothers and sisters, they're good Reach folk, every last one of them. They mind the spirits and love the land. The real question is, who are you?
I'm AI.
A fine name, I suppose, for an outsider. But what's in your heart? Most them bloods come to the Reach wheezing under the weight of their purses and writ laws. You, though, I smell the blood of the Reach in you. Not much, but maybe it's enough.
The blood of the Reach?
Aye. Free blood. That's what the Reach is. Freedom. In the Reach, we do as we please. Only way to stop us is to kill us. And we don't die easy. Same goes for you, I'd say.
Goodbye. Okay, we gotta go northeast, southeast. Okay, let's try this way.
Side by side.
Do not be concerned, Rada al-Saran. Your plan proceeds. Kadok hangs on my every word, and soon Reach folk will fill Markarth like a larder.
Excellent. With Markarth prepared, we need only claim the Arctzan keystone.
I'll make inquiries. Just remember our arrangement. Like you, I hate to be disappointed.
You there, in the shadows. You can't hide from the Ashen Lord. Follow me, if you dare.
Okay.
You actually followed. There's fire in your veins, I'll give you that. Very well. You may speak to me. You, the thorn that caused me no small amount of irritation in solitude. You thought yourself so clever, so stealthy, spying on me from the shadows. But the darkness answers to me. Why have you come to this forsaken barrow?
Why have you brought the Grey Host to the Reach?
You stand before Rada al-Saran and seek to understand his purpose. Better a torchbug try to comprehend the secrets of alchemy, or a mudcrab the intricacies of necromancy. These events began millennia before your birth. They concern you not at all.
We're going to stop you.
Who is this we you speak of? Certainly not the Reach folk. No, there is someone else. I see them, lurking in your thoughts. An ally, almost as ancient as I am. They're desperate to forestall the coming night. Tell me,
Who is this person?
I don't have to tell you anything.
And I don't have to resist the urge to rip out your throat and gorge on your blood. But we are civilized beings, exchanging pleasantries in this humble setting. Perhaps we can come to some sort of arrangement. A tip for a tap, as it were.
What kind of arrangement are you talking about?
I propose a simple arrangement. A truth for a truth. Ask a question. I will answer honestly, then I will ask a question in turn. A fair compromise. Don't you agree?
Alright, I'll play your game.
Excellent. Then by all means, ask your first question.
Why do you want to conquer the Reach?
I have no interest in conquering the Reach. I came here to make use of something very old, very powerful. The Reach has the misfortune to be located directly above it. Many of these mortals will die, not because I want them to, but because they must.
Killing people just to use something is insane.
Not when your purpose is worthy. I do what I do for love. My turn. Your ally. Are they a high elf?
Yes.
Your honesty does you credit. Thank you. Do you have another question?
What is Lady Belaine's role in this?
Lady Belaine is an ally of convenience. Her interests and my design are selfish and predictably narrow. Do you seek to supplant her in Cadoc's court? I recommend against that, for it will not go well for you.
I don't take kindly to threats.
A threat implies only the possibility of punishment. I do not threaten. Belaine has Cadoc's ear. If he takes your side, she kills him and chaos descends on Markarth. If he stands by Belaine, you will be executed. Neither outcome benefits you.
If I fall, others will stop you.
Others? Who? Reach folk? The witch Arana? Your mysterious ally? I am unconcerned. Now, for my question. This ally that hides behind your eyes, does he seek to protect the world by going against his own kind?
Yes.
Of course he does. Thank you for your honesty. Now, do you have anything else to ask?
What do you have planned for the Reach?
I have no interest in conquering the Reach. I came here to make use of something, not when your purpose is... Your honesty does you credit.
Where did you come from?
That is a complicated question. A being as old as I can claim many origins. This flesh was born on the distant isles of Yokuda. This spirit was forged on the bloody shores of Hammerfell. This purpose, it grew from love. And necessity.
You're a Yokudan?
That word holds little meaning for me now. But yes, in my youth I dedicated my life to perfection. In art, perfection. In love, perfection. In war, especially in war, perfection. To attain glory in Yokuda, nothing less would do.
Perfection is impossible to attain.
Is it? Beyond the Sea of Pearls, peerless sword masters were as common as grains of sand. Even the grandest victories felt commonplace. In a land of heroes, how can anyone claim to be exceptional?
Someone who is perfect can.
Precisely. After the conquest of Hammerfell, I wandered in search of new challenges. I found only one. Lecky. Daughter to Rutger and master of the sword. We fought for 3 grueling days, without pause for rest or nourishment.
A great victory.
But I didn't win. I didn't lose either. I could not accept a draw, however. The cold reality of my imperfection. That resentment drove me to Molag Bal. It took the patient wisdom of a friend to break perfection's hold on me. Now, your turn.
Ask your question.
Your ally. Are they a vampire?
Yes.
Interesting. A picture begins to emerge. Do you have anything else to ask?
I have nothing more to say to you.
As you wish. Know that this level of cordiality will not be repeated. And this is not a threat. If you continue to meddle in my affairs, I will take far more than your life. On that, you have my word.
Goodbye. Damn it. Oh, there is a race shrine in here. There we go. Now we can teleport in here next time.
Welcome back, my friend. Tell me what you learned. Your arrival is fortuitous, as I have only just returned myself. Were you able to make contact with the rebels? Did you meet with Arana?
Yes, I also learned that Lady Belaine is a vampire. She's in league with the Grey Host.
I sensed some deception, but her illusion is powerful. How else did she hide her nature from me? As for Arana, do you think we can convince her and her rebels to join our cause?
Perhaps. She sent me to spy on Belaine, and I wound up talking to the Grey Host leader, Rada al-Saran.
You spoke to Rada? Did he... No matter. If Rada al-Saran is here, our time grows short. Talk to Kadak. If he deems what you tell him worthy, maybe he'll finally be willing to work with me. Then we can figure out how to deal with the Grey Host.
Alright, I'll talk to Ard Kadak.
It was only a matter of time before Rada and I crossed paths again. I just didn't think it would be this soon.
Tell me more about Rada al-Saran.
Rada al-Saran and I... we have a complicated history. There was a time when Rada and I stood united in purpose, to preserve the lives and welfare of vampires. Then, as now, our kin suffered under Molag Bol's curse, and the cruelty of mortal hunters.
You had some sort of falling out?
Not exactly. At least, not all at once. When I first met Rada, he was immensely proud, but utterly consumed by his failures. He tried to find relief in bloodshed and battle, but he was truly lost. I did my best to help him.
Did it work?
Yes. His bloodlust gave way to introspection, and introspection led to study. He was already a peerless scholar. All Onse were, but he became fascinated with vampire texts. Eventually, he found a new purpose.
A new purpose?
Vampiric salvation. To accomplish this, he needed to break Molag Bol's hold over us and stop mortals from hunting us. I counseled peace with mortals, and for a while he agreed. But things changed, and I left the Grey Host. I thought he died with them.
You were part of the Grey Host?
I was. And even now, centuries later, I still carry that shame. The Raven Watch is more than a noble house and a fellowship of good vampires. It's an atonement. For things I failed to do, friends I failed to save. From mortals. And from themselves.
Goodbye.
Sentry Bodfa sent word. The Grey Host is...
I'll hear no more of this. Go! I want to talk to the outsider. The outsider returns. But are you a true warrior? Or a parasite like these damned leeches? Did you do as Lady Boleyn asked? Did you deal with Arana? Tell me you have her head in your pack. I've got a pike on the walls waiting to be decorated.
I found Arana, but I learned something else. Lady Boleyn is working with the Grey Host.
That's not what you are asked to look into. Still, it confirms my own suspicions about my own keep witch. Don't look so surprised. I'm not half as stupid as people think, Rover.
If you suspected she was working with the Grey Host, why allow her to remain in your court?
Allow? I can count on 3 fingers the number of people I allow in Understone Keep. The rest, they come and go as they please. Let me tell you about the Ember Dance. It's a ceremony we perform here in the Reach. Have you ever heard of it?
Nope.
We grab a handful of hot coals and dance on a bit of straw. Ah, these coals burn, Rover, right to the bone. But if you drop even one, the straw lights, and the flames take all of you to Molech Ball. Do you see? Boleyn's a hot coal. So I grip her tight.
Now that you know for sure, what are you going to do?
I'm going to sharpen my sword. And wait. If you and the Nova plan to fight the Grey Host, I won't stop you. But remember, Markarth is more than dwarven stones and high walls. It's strength. Make Arana understand that. That's how you can help.
I'll consider that. Have I done enough that you'll agree to talk to Count Verandis now?
Still begging! I should have the tongue ripped from your head and... God damn it, Rover. A favor for a favor, aye. That's the Reach way. All right, tell the noble. Our Carrick will see him whenever he's ready.
I'll let Count Verandis know.
You think I'm foolish to keep Lady Boleyn close, don't you? It takes a bit of foolishness to rule this place, don't you know? You tell this high elf of yours. I'll see him if he wants.
Why are you and Arana at odds?
Because I'm the Ard of Markarth, and she refuses to heed my commands. Look, every Reach warrior who dies fighting Arana's private war against the Grey Host makes all of us weaker. We need her strength, now, more than ever.
So you want me to convince her to bring her people into the city?
Markarth's the safest place right now. No matter how well Arana and her rebels know the hills. The vampires and the werewolves sniff them out. If she keeps getting my best fighters killed, I swear I'll hang her from the city walls by her own guts.
Why don't you think the Grey Host will attack Markarth?
We made a deal. We gather in the city and leave them free to find whatever bit of dwarven nonsense brought them to the Reach in the first place. Of course, Lady Boleyn brokered that peace, so now I suppose our bargain is suspect.
And help us fight them.
The city walls are still our strongest play, Rover. Like headstones. They mark the thousands of enemies who died, trying to breach Markarth's defenses. We'll bide our time and wait for the Grey Host to show their true intentions. Then I'll act.
How did you become the Despot of Markarth?
That's a title given to me by outsiders. I use it to frighten the neighbors and keep away the riffraff. I'm the Ard of Markarth. Leovic, the last Longhouse Emperor, was my cousin. I inherited the throne by blood. Had to keep it by blood, too.
What do you mean?
You ask more questions than my third wife. Leovic's clan, my clan, squabbled over the scraps after Varen murdered my cousin. Pretty soon, they came to take my city. So I bound their ankles and tossed them all to the rocks, head first.
You murdered your entire clan?
All that were left. Aye. And the word is executed, not murdered. An Ard offers food, freedom, and protection with his right hand. With his left, he promises cruelty and punishment. Those that covet the right get the left. Simple as that.
Is that when they gave you the title Despot of Markarth?
No. That story's far worse. And no, I won't be telling it this day.
Goodbye.
I've been watching, but Lady Belaine hasn't returned to Understone Keep yet. I wonder how the Ard plans to deal with her. Speaking of Ard Kadok, will he meet with me now? Will he help us stop Rada al-Saron and the Grey Host?
Ard Kadok will meet with you, but he wants to keep Belaine close for now.
Well, that's some progress, at least, and farther than I was able to get on my own. Thank you. I'll talk to Kadok, then I'd like to make contact with Arana. We'll need the rebels' help and more if we're going to defeat the Grey Host. Your investigation? What are you
Quest to
planning,
improve never
Rada?
ends. Just like a night.
Ready to write the next chapter?
Alright, we'll see you on the next stream. I'm gonna go get some lunch. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.